QuickBooks or Zoho Books, two giants in online accounting, but which one truly gives you the edge? On one side, the industry staple, QuickBooks. On the other, the feature-packed up-and-comer Zoho Books. We're putting both through practical tests that matter to you, like ease of setup, automation, customer support, pricing, and more. Let's tune out the marketing claims and focus on how they actually perform. Each category earns points, so by the end, you'll know exactly which platform is the better fit for your needs. And the winner might just surprise you. Let's get into it. Alright, so here's how we're going to do this. We're comparing QuickBooks and Zoho Books across 7 super important categories: price, features, integrations, ease of use, support, reporting, and global capability. I'll walk you through each one so you can see exactly where they stand side by side. Let's kick things off with price, because, who doesn't care about saving money, right? QuickBooks is kind of famous for being, pricey. You do get a ton of features, and they throw discounts around everywhere, but those monthly fees add up, and then there's the extra costs for just about every little thing. Meanwhile, Zoho Books comes in swinging with a low starting cost and get-us-all features in the top plan, with no surprise fees per user. There are a few limits on things like payroll in some countries, but overall, for price, Zoho Books totally takes the win here. Okay, moving on to features. QuickBooks, no joke, is stacked. Invoicing, payroll, taxes, inventory, time tracking, it's got everything. Sometimes almost too much. Honestly, it can get a bit overwhelming if you're new. Zoho Books is pretty impressive here as well. Lots of automation, a built-in client portal, project management, the works. The catch? Some features like inventory tracking only kick in on the higher plans. So overall, QuickBooks edges ahead just a bit if you need all the accounting bells and whistles. Integrations next. If you thought QuickBooks couldn't connect to enough stuff, think again. Over 700 apps, everything from banks to e-com stores. Some integrations, though, do want you to pay extra, which is a bit of a buzzkill. Zoho Books, meanwhile, plays super well with its own Zoho suite and has an open API, but if you're eyeing third-party apps, the list isn't nearly as long. Basically, QuickBooks totally dominates here. No contest. Oh, and here's something cool you might not know. Zoho actually started as a CRM back in 2005, and now it's this massive suite of over 40 different business apps. Wild how much it's grown, right? Now, ease of use. Honestly, this one surprised me. Zoho Books is just smooth. Everything feels fresh, modern, super friendly for beginners, and the onboarding? Actually helpful. Sure, you might run into the occasional tiny glitch, but it's nothing major. QuickBooks is clean, but sometimes feels a little old school. And if you're new, the complicated stuff can be kinda intimidating. So yeah, Zoho Books is definitely the easier ride. Support. QuickBooks gives you phone and chat, plenty of help docs, but people complain about waiting on hold. And if you're not in the US, the hours can be frustrating. Zoho Books brings in global live chat, 24/5 phone support, and honestly, their help desk is just quick. No weekend help, which is a little annoying, but otherwise they're super responsive. Zoho Books wins this round for support. Alright, so reporting. QuickBooks really shines if you want hardcore data, customizable reports, dashboards, budgeting tools. It's all there, on the higher pay plans at least. Zoho Books gives you simple, visual reports that look nice and export easily, but you can't customize them quite as much. So if you're a big data nerd or you live for spreadsheets, QuickBooks is your pick. Now, global capability. QuickBooks is awesome if you're in the US, Canada, UK, or Australia with solid multi-currency support. But once you go international, payroll gets limited, and there are a few quirks. Zoho Books, though, this is where it really shines. It's got global tax compliance like GST, VAT, and localization for over 10 countries. Some advanced features cost extra, but still, if you're running a worldwide biz, Zoho Books is definitely your new best friend. Okay, let's step back. Looking at the big picture, you can really see where each one pulls ahead. QuickBooks is crushing it in features, integrations, and reporting like. If you need industrial-grade accounting, that's your jam. Zoho Books, super affordable, way easier to use, amazing for global businesses, and their support team actually answers. Not bad. So, which one comes out on top? For most small businesses, especially startups, freelancers, and anyone running stuff outside the US, Zoho Books is just the better deal. QuickBooks, still king if you're a power user, especially in the US, or need all the deepest integrations and reporting. But for value, simplicity, and global reach, Zoho Books is the one I'd recommend. If you found this rundown helpful and you want more honest, deep dive reviews on business tools, hit subscribe and stick around. I've got plenty more coming.